Are uni students. No lecture, no.
What's going on?
I was just getting radiations of unemployment because when I heard 11 a.m. Who am I doing this for? What is life?
Like, what's the population? Someone must be using the VPN or something in the car.
Not the VPN. No, you're dumb. That's the VPN.
Oh, big man thing, man.
Alright. Yo, my people, welcome back to another episode of the Out Here podcast. I am your host, Jay to the Izzo, and I'm joined by
Mids MB.
a special guest today.
Very special.
If you don't laugh at this episode, send complaints to him, not us. This is his job. Well, podcasters are just here to talk. His job is to make you laugh.
Well, it's a scam. I'm not funny. I've just been scamming people for the past 12 years or so.
Wow, 12 years.
Yeah, man, I'm just waiting until somebody finds out I'm not actually that funny.
We got Olathecomedian in the house.
Sir.
Yeah, I know. What's going on, guys? Thanks for having me. I always say thank you, first of all. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem.
I appreciate you jumping on it.
When you said you would jump on, I was like, damn. You said yes.
I know. Sometimes I'll be like, maybe I should front a little bit and tell you guys, hey, let me check my schedule. I'm not just you know.
When people say that, I'm just like, let me just leave them. Because I know damn well they're not going to reply.
Exactly.
But you know, it's like there's a part of me that wants to do that. But then I remember certain times when I was trying to come up and I asked someone for an opportunity, or can I jump on, or can you come do this, or whatever it is. And there's so many things where people have been so good to me. I'm like, nah, I can't be a douchebag out here.
Yeah.
People have been really nice to me, especially when I'm doing projects that aren't being paid. Note to everyone listening, this is not paid. So if you don't laugh, you get 100% refund.
This is a premium. This is a premium. Well, cool. We usually start the show off with some hit blunts. So these are just some things to get you thinking. And yeah, just say the first thing that comes to your head. And
wow.
Even if it's wild,
or dumb.
it might be right.
Yeah, if you convince us,
Yeah.
then boy.
Whoa, okay.
So the first one is lamps in video games use real electricity.
Mad.
Wait, lamps
Wait.
in
Video games.
use real electricity?
So like, you know,
Yeah,
light
they
bulbs
do.
and stuff, they use real electricity.
Well,
That's
obviously,
coming out of your meter.
No, because if you don't have electricity to put the game on, you don't see it. You don't have electricity to run your TV, you don't see it.
Yeah.
So yeah, really, they do use real
Yeah,
electricity.
that's the whole point, yeah.
I'm gonna stop playing games with lamps, bro. You see the energy bill rising?
This guy's gonna have his games on dark mode.
Yo, these prices right now?
Nah, big man thing.
Nah, but I have to tell them on Call of Duty, turn that out, man. Turn
This
that
guy's
down.
gonna be getting sniped.
Hey, turn that down, man.
How much do you say was like 54% increase or something?
Bro, listen, it happened last week, yeah. In fact, last week, yeah. Happened today, last week. I already topped up my monitor again. Like, what's
Mad.
going on?
Do you know what? Do you realize how the day that it happened, it snowed? It's a conspiracy, bro. They said, do you know what? Everyone gonna need to put their heating on.
Actually,
Everyone gonna put their heating
Do you guys believe that they control the weather?
yeah, do you know what it is? No, they do. Because they do. You see, in March, yeah, when they were selling everyone this April heat wave, I pre-ordered it, trust me.
Oh, snap.
Where is it, bro?
Bro,
I mean, we're still early in April, to be fair.
it's
only been a week.
Light. It was light. It happened, but it was light.
What, that little patch of sun we had last
Yeah, it was nice,
Come
though.
on, bro. You live in the UK, man. Take what you get.
Yeah.
Do you know what pissed me off? I think it's because it was yesterday, yeah. I got food. It was during the Chelsea game, in half time, I was like, let me go get some Chinese food. Looked outside, little sprinkles, I was like, I'll be fine. It's just down the road, bro. Calm. Stepped outside my house, rainstorm. Literally, when I say I was drenched head to toe, got to the Chinese shop dripping.
Mad.
Got the Chinese food, came out the shop, stopped raining.
Mad. I think God does it to you on purpose.
I'm just thinking, why?
It's a sign.
You should have got Chinese. You should have cooked. There's rice at home.
To be honest, there was food at home.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. But real talk though, in the UAE, they do actually cause their own rain. They seed the clouds.
Yeah, I don't like that whole area.
No, but that's,
You don't like it?
Dubai and all that.
no, but it makes sense though.
Not that I don't like it. That sounds mad. That sounds a bit.
Exactly,
I
bro.
gotta say,
Well,
whoa, I'm moving there, you know.
Oh, swear.
I ain't told too many people, but I drop on out here because I'm really about to be out here. I'm about to be out here.
So,
Yeah, no, I'm out of
I
this
don't think there's
country,
many churches there, you know.
man. Oh no, but I found one.
Oh.
There's a house group and everything, bro.
Man was gonna be like an outsider there, bro. You do that sermon on your ones.
You will really be persecuted there, bro.
Bro, we might have to do Ramadan with them, like, just to join in, bro.
Just to not stand out. Alright, cool. The second
We
hit
have to
blunt.
mix it up and try and do the Ramadan vigil or whatever we try and do.
Bro.
Like,
Moving from Sunday to Friday.
for real, bro. I don't know, man, but yeah, there's. I mean, the UAE is very, very opened up, so there's all kinds of faiths being practiced there. So, so yeah, it's all open. Definitely found a church and everything. Yeah,
That's actually so blessed.
Let me get the second hit blunt in. Okay, so bottled water companies don't produce water; they just produce plastic bottles.
mad.
Think about it.
Oh,
Mad.
man.
They don't produce water.
They probably don't even produce the plastic bottles.
So what do they do?
They're just
What's everyone charging us?
They're just finessing it, bro.
They're just plugs.
Actually, do you know what's even
Middlemen.
mad?
They're middlemen. That's it. God then did the whole seasoning up on the water. He put some calcium in there, some magnesium and whatnot. Let it run down a mountain, and they were like, "All right, bring that. Hey, you bring the bottles."
Do you know what's mad?
Only cost is the bottles, really.
Do you know what's mad?
Just
right?
put in the water, I guess.
These
Yeah.
man don't even own the mountains that the water's like.
Mad.
So everyone, how do I know it's actually these mountains and the little logo?
It could just be tap water, but super filtered.
That actually happened. That was the episode that Only Fools the Horses, but it actually happened in real life with Dasani,
Okay.
and that was a Coca-Cola brand. They found out that they were actually selling everybody tap water. That's why Dasani disappeared in the UK, because the brand was tarnished. But it's still in other parts of the world.
That's so
I'll
crazy.
be so pissed if
Do
I
you-
found out I've
do you
been
know,
drinking
yeah?
tap water
You know,
this whole
you know
time.
these bougie people that be like, I don't drink tap water.
Smart water only.
As soon as they found out about Destiny, they were probably choking. With what is this?
I knew something was off with my chakras. What's
Exactly,
going
bro.
on?
I said I've been drinking peasant water this whole time.
And you've
No.
been paying for it too. Well
Hey,
done.
bro.
Nah, I'll be pissed.
I'll be vexed, man.
Hey, but real talk, I drink tap water in this country, but everywhere else I'm bougie, bro. I don't trust
Yeah.
everywhere else, you know.
American tap water, I don't drink.
No, but
Yeah, man, I did
after
that
what
for a
happened in Flint, bro, when there was fire
This
coming
is what I'm
out.
saying.
Wait, what?
Do you remember when they were fracking near Flint and
Yeah.
then fire was coming out of their taps?
Fire was coming out of the water tap.
Yeah.
So they got the wrong element. That is crazy.
You're dumb.
Yeah. When they start fracking, like, you get gases mixed in that are flammable.
Oh
So
my
your tap
goodness.
water can be on fire. You can light your tap water on fire. It's mad.
Wait, so nah, do you know what it is? I'm right with fire coming out the tap.
Can you imagine when your water's on fire, you're like, what should I put this out with?
No, but do you know what it is? It's 7 a.m. in the morning. You're ready to get ready for what? You just want to have a nice cup of coffee. It's my hand.
Wait, so see when it's coming out, is the fire spewing out or is it just
It's like a Bunsen burner, but like not as.
okay?
Bunsen burner. Oh, you took me back. Okay. I had never seen a Bunsen burner since I left
Yeah,
school,
I
you
don't
know.
think I've seen one ever.
Where
Nah, where'd you even buy one?
To be fair, I'm happy I
Real-
haven't seen
real
one
question.
since school. Imagine you just see someone with a Bunsen burner, it works.
No, but
I'll be very worried. Why do you have a Bunsen burner?
What, lighting
Hey,
your suit
to
with a
be
Bunsen
fair,
burner?
That is scary.
if I see some of the man there with the Bunsen burners, I'm like, you really cooking up on the Bunsen burner?
That's an arsonist wave. That's about to.
That's
What's going
crazy.
up?
No, that's scary, man.
Because you even got to attach the pipe and everything.
Yeah, how do you have a Bunsen burner? Why?
Yeah. To be fair,
You can't be-
considering how much that was a part of our lives,
Yeah.
it's mad that we don't use it at all. Like, at least calculators, I still use those. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. The
Even if it's not the scientific one.
The occasional maths equations or
You
whatever.
know what I'm saying? You might need to quickly do something, but a Bunsen burner.
And I said, oh, I'm starving. Let me get a Bunsen burner out the stove. You know what I mean? Just whip it out.
And even the way cookers are starting to become electric as well.
Bro, it takes like 3 minutes to set up a Bunsen burner, bro. Yeah,
Bro, someone needs to do the upgrade on that, bro.
honestly, man.
They need to get one of them video game Bunsen burners.
No, I'll
Hey,
be
that is
pissed.
jokes.
That's something a child would buy. Like, oh, daddy, look, I bought a video game Bunsen burner. We could cook dinner with this stuff.
Exactly.
I'll be so pissed. I'll be so pissed.
Oh, man.
Cool. The third one is biting your tongue while eating shows us how we can mess up something we've been doing for our whole lives.
Biting your tongue whilst eating.
Because you've been eating since you were a child.
Yeah.
As soon as you got teeth, you were eating. Even when you didn't have teeth, you wanted to eat something, you were just going, just a gum.
To be fair, I think that's a good reminder that I don't think I've mastered anything
Yeah.
to 100%. Because you ever just be sitting there and then your saliva goes down the wrong pipe, you just cough. You're like, that's breathing. I've been doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
And you
How
know
did
the
we
ones where
get
you're just
here?
sitting still as well. So it's not like you were joking around.
exactly.
You're just
was thinking,
from nowhere.
I was thinking tomorrow's gonna be a good day. I'm gonna. Hey, that's crazy.
That's yo. I don't. So if you're right. I ain't mastered a damn thing in
so
this
true.
life,
Because even when you're walking, you still trip over every now and then.
bro.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can do 100%?
People don't even talk properly.
I can't even say sleep.
Yeah,
Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night for no reason.
Bro, I had to go and get a sleep study because I don't sleep properly.
So
Bro.
we can't do
Now I
anything.
sleep with a machine, bro.
Damn.
That's.
Is it one of those that like mask things?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's just in my nose, it's not the whole face.
Oh, okay.
Just
I
in my
thought like
nose.
the Bane mask or something like that. Okay.
I embrace the darkness.
That's actually crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Nah, that blunt was too deep, bro. That was. I
hard.
wasn't ready for that truth.
So you guys, you mastered nothing.
I mean, I
Mastered nothing to 100% level. I'm pretty good at breathing and walking, but
Yeah.
like there's nothing I've got 100%.
The breathing thing is a bit mad because sometimes I catch myself out. I'm like, man, has that ever happened to you?
Yeah.
Like you just like you be doing nothing, yeah. You're thinking, bro, I need to breathe. It's been a minute, and like you.
Yeah, because sometimes you just hold stress, you hold tension, you don't,
Yeah.
and you hold your breath.
Okay, yeah. When you're holding stress, I definitely do.
Yeah,
that.
like subconsciously, and I'm thinking, rah, bro, I don't know
You
how
have to
to
remind yourself.
24-hour thing.
I can't sit up straight for too long. I start slouching.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. What have I been doing for the past 4 years?
We need to become an expert in something, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. What can I be an expert in
You know, I'm a
before I die?
That 100%. Could you
Yeah.
score 100% in this test?
Because I can't say anything sports related because I'm not professional at anything. Even them, they're like 89%.
That's true. Well, yeah, that's true.
Like Usain Bolt can't run in a split second. Like he still takes
You know
9
what?
seconds to do 100 meters.
From this day on, I'm gonna work at trying to perfect walking.
Bro, start there, man.
No, but I feel like if you think about walking, you're gonna buckle even more.
This is it.
Actually, that's true. Man, this.
I feel like when something's on autopilot, you can trust it more rather than like you're thinking about it.
Yeah, but then how do you even train the autopilot, bro?
I don't know.
Mad.
Discipline.
This
Yo.
is really the Matrix, fam. This is really the Matrix. You can't win.
That was Loki philosophy.
You can't win, bro. Wow. Now you even think about my breathing and shit.
Hey,
No, when I'm editing this, sometimes I'm like, damn, I was breathing heavy in this little segment.
Yo, I'm gonna have to be humble with my kids, when they make mistakes. I'm like, nah, I don't listen up to you. You're right.
We're all human, man.
Exactly, bro.
You're right.
Well, you know what? I'm thinking, should we start with dilemmas or... I've got a topic, but should we start with dilemmas or not?
Actually, yeah, we can start with this dilemma. Do you want to read the confession or the dilemma first?
Well, you read your dilemma and then we'll do the
Alright,
confession.
cool. This
Because
one-
my confession's unhinged, bro.
Is it unhinged? Like?
It's very
Hey, it's about to get wild in it. Hey,
This is very
please.
Do you know, yeah? This dilemma is weird because at first I had to scratch my head. You know, usually when it's a dilemma, it's like, okay, they want relationship advice or like what they should do. This one, I had no clue. Like, do you want help? Do you like?
Do you just want to tell someone?
Exactly.
Yeah, sometimes people be dropping them to let people know.
Exactly.
Like, yo, I just made 5 mil. Well, how should I spend it? Nah, come
bro,
on. You need,
Like, who do I go to for tax?
Exactly, bro.
Is it the IRS? Because I made it in Bitcoin, but I don't know where Bitcoin... You know the ones who are just like, bro, these aren't my
He's not
problems.
saying that Martin Lewis or something. Bro.
Unless you're giving me 10% buzz off,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
Go away.
Alright, calm. So the dilemma is, yeah, I was seeing this guy, but he didn't want a relationship, so I ended it. He messaged me randomly asking me to let him stay at mine for a bit because he was throwing up. I'm assuming he was like sick or drunk or whatever. I said yeah because I didn't think he'd be there long. A couple hours later, he literally can't get up, and I tried to make him get a cab, but he was unresponsive. I'm assuming he's like knocked out at it. I had to stay somewhere else, like the couch. In the morning, like 11 a.m., he messaged me saying he was leaving soon. At around 8ish, my flatmate said the light in my room was still on, so I told her to turn the light off, and she found the guy sitting on my bed. After that, he shortly left.
So you're saying 8... Is that 8 p.m.?
8 p.m.
Jesus Christ.
And he said he's going to leave at 11 a.m.
And these are uni students. No lecture, no.
what's going on?
I was just getting radiations of unemployment because when I heard 11 a.m, I was thinking, half
Yeah, bro,
I don't
this is uni dorms.
Okay, this is uni. Okay.
So,
But still, you prepare reading your books.
no,
what did he eat?
there's so many
Nah,
questions.
he was
because-
drunk, man. He was drunk.
No,
Till
but-
8 p.m. the next day.
No, but he
That's a
messaged-
serious
He messaged at
drinking.
11 a.m. saying he's gonna leave soon, and then it's
Yeah.
8 p.m.
Sometimes the day just runs away from you. Know what I'm saying? Sometimes you scroll on the Insta, you just look
No,
up, the
but
day's
this-
gone.
But this means he didn't leave the room. This means they didn't leave the room.
Unless he was just snacking in their kitchen or was like ensuite, it has to be.
No, because the flatmate was still there.
Do you know what? Yeah, my guy was
that's
low-key
the-
homeless and he was just trying to stretch it out. He's like, every hour counts.
I know she's not gonna proper kick me out, so boy, let me see how
my
long this
God.
will last.
Yeah, she just said that she wanted to know what like we would have done in that situation.
I mean, there's nothing you can do because like she's left and then found out that he was still in her room.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Just
Or like, or maybe if we were the flatmate or something. I don't know.
Because you can't just say when it was the night, you just carry the person out and type thing. Because that.
no.
What if they're ill in the cab or something
No,
bad
but
happens?
I'm calling an ambulance though.
Yeah.
But actually, if they're unresponsive, bro, this is out of my hands now. It's out,
Yeah.
it's out of my jurisdiction because I can't.
Yeah,
it
I'm
have
calling
to
an
be. It
ambulance.
have to be an ambulance thing.
Because you know, apparently, even if it's a thing where if someone's knocked out and you don't really know CPR, and you do CPR and they die, that's your fault now. Because like you could have called like the proper authority.
Was that manslaughter?
I mean, manslaughter, assisted suicide. Or
That
something.
doesn't sound very.
Whoa.
That doesn't sound very
It's
smart.
what's
something.
going on?
It's something.
That doesn't sound very smart. That sounds like I should leave them because it's in my.
No,
I'm
I
insensitive.
think we all have a duty of care to call the emergency services.
No, but I'm saying if it's like a CPR situation, like now or never. If you don't do CPR,
They'll,
they like
they'll
that.
instruct you over the phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying.
Because I'll be
You can't
real.
just you can't just do it on the fly. Like I
No,
see
but
this on
Exactly.
YouTube. Let me try it.
I think I know what I'm doing. Am I pressing the chest or the? Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's not one of them ones.
If you don't know CPR, then I think you're supposed to call.
Yeah.
The
And then
emergency
if you
services.
don't, that's when you'll be.
Because I think that's too much pressure. Like if I mess this up, I could be charges of it. Eesh.
Yeah, but I think they have to prove that you're intentionally neglectful. Like if you or moving mad.
Yeah.
If you if you were really if you're like, look, I'm gonna try CPR with a wooden spoon. It's like, whoa, where did the wooden spoon come from? Why did you bring this in?
Exactly.
And it goes wrong because of that.
Or
Then
like
yeah.
you try CPR, they're not breathing, so you start slapping them.
So wake up, damn it! Stop punching their chest.
Exactly. Now, if I can't lie, if that was me in that situation, yeah, I think I'd actually have to block the person, you know, like after. So imagine like you told me like, oh, she stayed until 8 and then she left afterwards. When I get home now, I'm gonna like wash my sheets. I don't know. I'm gonna tidy up that room to the max.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna block her.
And you also need to check all your papers and documents that they haven't
Yeah.
used it to like set up a
Make
bank
sure you don't have like £2 just lying around.
Man's gonna have to reset all my passwords, bro.
all your everything.
You don't know what's
Everything.
happened. They can learn so much about you just by being in your room, you know, all day.
Yeah,
That's true.
Because they think about if they're not eating, maybe they're going toilet here and there.
No, but that's
You're gonna
the
learn
thing.
a lot about someone if you're just in their room,
But
like.
bro, think about it. If you're in your house, you're gonna know if someone's gone into the kitchen or someone's gone toilet. That means they did not leave the room. Big man, you have to check like buckets or your bin or something because
Anything valuable, bro.
exactly, fam. That is,
that's a bit mad.
Oh, I just clocked you. I said check buckets.
bro. They didn't leave.
Something's
They
gonna
didn't
be.
leave the room.
Something's gonna be.
But to be
fucking
fair,
there.
maybe the flatmate was in their room,
Yeah.
and so they didn't see when he was coming in and going. Maybe he was out here making cereal for himself with the boxes.
with her bathroom.
With his thing strapping out underneath the bathroom.
Like, that's horrible.
Man was sneaking around in the hallway like, wait, I'm not gonna make too much noise. The other ones, you don't step on that floor, but you step on the other one, so they go crazy.
Nah, wearing a girl's bonnet and then eating her food is wild. That's wild. That's wild. That is nuts. That is nuts, bro.
Oh snap!
Nah, man.
Oh my god. Alright, cool. So yeah. So what would you guys do? Just like
I'm calling an ambulance when he's unresponsive.
Yeah, it's
Well,
not.
she's
It's not gonna be a
unresponsive.
next day thing, man.
And plus, I think it's different as a guy as well. If a woman's unresponsive in my house,
Oh,
I am not taking this
That is
lightly.
a charge.
you see why I started saying charges, bro? Because
It's a charge.
I'm not taking that lightly.
I feel like if it's a man or responsive, I don't know why. I feel like they might be able to get the woman might not get too much.
nothing's happening to her.
The woman-
Everyone's gonna assume she's looking after him.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, bless you, all that sort of stuff. It's a man now. As
That's
soon
a
as the
charge.
ambulance comes there and takes the person away, they'll be looking at you. Talk to you for a quick second, yeah?
Even when she's just ill as well. nah.
Exactly. And so she was just unresponsive, was she?
Oh.
Okay.
Did you guys go out for drinks? Slip anything in there?
Exactly. We're gonna usually come back to the station to, verify. Big man, this only happened in the last hour. Like, yo,
Nah, for real, yeah.
Nah, that's
Seriously,
crazy,
I'm
man.
calling everybody. I'm recording it.
Exactly.
I'm like, I'm gonna record me saying, "Don't come into my house. Don't come into my house." Okay, I am calling the police now.
Vlog the whole thing.
Exactly,
I'm
bro.
vlogging it.
Might as well put a YouTube monetize as
I'm
well.
gonna put the ident on it. Welcome to my channel, guys.
Exactly, bro.
Today I'm taking care of a bum or someone who's just,
Bro,
I don't
every
know.
single live streaming, I'm going on Insta Live, TikTok Live,
Man say
everything,
Twitch.
bro. Them man need to know. I'm even gonna hold up my passport, be like, "Look, this is me at this time. This is what's happening. Don't believe anyone else."
Yeah, 100%, man.
Cool.
What's your
The confession I have is well, it's not my confession, it's the person sent it to me. I was speaking to one guy and he decided to invite me to his house. We were in his room and he had to run downstairs to do something. While I was in his room, I saw a painting of a flag. I'm from Ghana and this flag looked like a Ghanaian flag, but without the star. So feeling nice, I decided to add the star. He came back upstairs and I told him what I did, thinking I was being helpful. He then told me his sister made it for him and how he hasn't seen his sister in years. She's alive, but they just don't live with each other and he really misses her. Was I wrong for drawing a star?
Nah, sisters are mad these days.
Do you know what I just heard?
I told you it was unhinged.
I just heard. I went to the National Gallery, innit? I saw a portrait of Hella Man, like half naked. So I decided to draw on a polo shirt.
Draw boxes.
Nasty, bruv. You know what I mean? Hella naked people. Nah. These guys need underwear, bruv. What the hell?
Nah, man.
Giving Mona Lisa a little Gucci satin on. Why
That's
you
dripping
why
up
you
Mona
remixing
Lisa as
the
well.
art, bruv?
Nah, man.
I'm trying
What would
to
you
think-
do if you
I'm
were the
trying
guy
to
in that
think-
situation?
Nah, I'm kicking her out on site.
Bruv.
Well, she's
No.
nice though.
What do you mean nice?
You say this, but
What, like?
No.
Wait,
No,
how
no,
nice-
okay, to
how
be
nice
fair.
is nice? How nice is nice, though?
like 9 out of 10 at the least.
No, do you know what it is? Yeah, it depends what stage you are in your
Exactly.
growth.
Exactly. Now look.
When I was in uni, I would have let that kind of nonsense slide because I was still a young boy in this game.
Yeah.
I'm a fully grown man right now. You're getting kicked out on site. When I was young and insecure, there was one girl, one of my ex-girlfriends, I don't know, she was like half fighting me, half playing, half truly upset with me. She ripped my t-shirt. And I was stressed about it.
Or while you're wearing it.
While I was wearing it, she's pulling at this. You know when it starts to get slack around the neck, you're already like, hey, you're moving mad right now.
Like it's wrestling.
Night t-shirt. And then she pulled it and then I just said, and she's like, oh, sorry. And I was pressed about it. But there was a part of me that was trying to do like, nah, it's all right, man. Yeah, just don't play like that no more. You know what I'm saying?
It's your favourite shirt as well these
Exactly,
times.
bro.
Now.
Your mum got it for Christmas as well, fam.
No, seriously. One of my friends brought it back from America for me.
You know you're never going to see
And you know
this
the
again.
days when someone brings something back from America, that's like a big deal. Like
Exactly.
One of one.
bro, I was
That's
stressed.
that American drip. You can't get that here. Nah, that's crazy. I thought you said, when you said ripped shirt, I thought you were talking about like a Hulk Hogan thing. Like it was just fully. You know what I mean?
That's what I was thinking. Oh, the wrestling one.
Nah, I mean,
That painting's mad, especially because I haven't seen my sister in years.
Yeah, like,
And I'm the type of person where if it's got like sentimental value,
yeah.
it's, you know what I mean?
Imagine that though. Every time you want to remember your sister, you imagine this girl that you're not talking to anymore.
Exactly.
That would piss me off.
And she thought I was Ghanaian.
I'm
But
trying to
actually
figure out where the bro was from. For real though, seriously, because
he must have been like what, Bolivian or? What
do you know what?
flag is
Yeah,
that?
he could have been from Guinea.
Yeah, it's probably Guinea.
He could have been from Mali, or he could have been from Republic of Congo.
Okay.
I mean, there's quite a few flags that have like red, yellow, green, and in different configurations. So yeah, it could have been one of those. Where maybe it's Congolese or something, and then.
And now,
But it's not the right Congo. This is Republic of. I don't even.
I thought that was the blue one.
Yeah, because that's the Democratic Republic
that's-
of Congo.
Yeah.
Then there's Republic of the Congo, which is.
I can't remember what that flag looks like to you.
It's like the Ghanaian one, but it's like diagonal.
oh, okay.
So it's like green, yellow, red.
You
That's what
know,
it looks like
either
here.
way, wait, but I'm rattled. Why would she feel? Wait, hold on. No. Spin it back, because he said she was talking to him,
Yeah.
and I'm assuming this is the first time she's been at the yard.
Yeah.
And then you come and remix the art there. You're assuming that
Do you know? Yeah.
I'm Ghanaian, so you put the star there. And I know the star's not even perfect. This side is wonky as well.
Some of us are dating terrorists. Some of you sisters are terrorists. Do you understand? Do you know the only reason why you can do something like that?
What?
It's because you've never experienced consequence in your life.
That's true, you know.
You know, because we've all agreed that we don't hit women. Women have never been banged in the face before.
That's very true.
And as a guy, there's certain things you won't do because you just know that will bang me in the face. For
I'm
the
actually going to your brethren's yard and do something like that.
I don't want that smoke. I'm not going to do it.
Someone's not leaving the house.
But the sisters are free. That's the only way you can feel to go into somebody's house for the first time and draw on their flag. You have to feel free.
No, do you know how rude that is, bro? It's
That's
like
wild.
It's like if someone saw the Nigeria flag in my yard, yeah, and they thought us from that other country that looks like the Nigerian flag, and they drew a little pine tree in the middle. You know what flag I'm talking about, bro? I'm thinking, what's this, bro?
I said it's
What's
the
that?
remix.
Is that Lebanon or something?
He's one of these. It's no way near Nigeria, innit? I don't know where it is. It's crazy. Do you know how mad I'll be? And I haven't seen my sister in years.
Oh.
Nah, sorry. Nah, you're taking the piss, bro.
And then your sister asks you one day.
You're taking the piss.
Then your sister asks you one day, can I see the thing I drew?
Exactly.
Now you're here stuttering.
Imagine you finally see her, like the whole family's back together now. She comes back into the room. What's this star? So I didn't mean anything to you this whole years.
Mad.
Nah, that's crazy, man. That is, yeah.
Nah, sis was moving mad on that one.
Me
But
too,
she doesn't just really need to realize that was mad. She needs to go back and reassess her whole worldview that made her feel like that was okay in the first place. Because if not, you will do something else equally as mad in another situation.
This is the flag I'm talking about, bro. They don't even look the same. The thing is, I don't actually know what country that is, fam. I don't know what country that is.
That's mad.
I don't know why, but you know those things you put in cars to make them small?
Yeah.
The magic trees.
That's what came to my head.
As it looks like. I just checked Lebanese flag. And it's different. It's got the tree on it, but it's got red and then the green tree and then another red.
The thing is, I typed in Niger, which is the country right before Nigeria, but their flag looks a bit like the Indian flag.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, where did this? I don't know if it's a nation or like
What did you type in to find that?
I just went on the keyboard, bro. I just went on the keyboard. I'm gonna put Nigerian flag with tree because
Nigerian flag.
I don't know what it is. A flag of
A whole nation of people will be like, yeah, you know, you're just us with a tree.
no, it's true though.
Now, let me just check on
It's
listeners.
the flag of the Norfolk Island.
Oh wow, ain't nobody know.
I don't even know where that is.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah. Can you see what I mean?
I ain't seen them at the World Cup, so.
I ain't seen them at any sort of qualifier.
That really does determine what your country's real.
World Cup and Olympics. These men aren't there.
At
bro.
least qualifiers as well.
Yo,
At least qualifiers.
Norfolk Island.
Do you know what it is? They need to make it through to the heats of the Olympics at least. That will catch my eye. But if I ain't seen that man anywhere, fam.
I said I've seen no one doing this with the flag behind it. Nah, come on.
Exactly.
You're just making it up, bro.
Because it's enough for like them not to be like the main event in terms of like runners or whatever. But you know how you got the javelins or like the deadlifters or I've never seen this flag, bruv. Never. You know, if I ever see it on our Spotify thing, I'm gonna have to like. Are you sure? Like, what's the population? Someone must be using the VPN or something in the car.
That's a VPN. No, you're dumb. That's not a VPN.
Oh, big man thing, man. Big man thing.
No, VPN is wild. Male contraception.
What's going on, man? What's really good? How did we get here? How did we get here?
Recently, on the streets.
God.
On the street?
The mandem have been blessed. No, there's one way to look at it.
Yeah.
The mandem have been given contraception pills that we could be taking.
So,
To,
like the female pill,
Yeah,
but it's for mandem.
yeah.
Do you know?
But do you guys know the side effects or something?
Huh?
Like, it's going to be low on testosterone. So, there's that. So, do you want kids or do you want testosterone?
What, so man, we're gonna be getting the eyebrows done now as well.
I mean,
Maybe like,
that's so you hit him. That's if someone dentures you in football. Start crying into a ball, bro.
Guys, I'm on the pill.
You know I didn't mean it.
Nah, that's gonna be so crazy, bro. Cause man.
Nah.
So
Would you rather that or vasectomy?
I'm down for vasectomy. Nah, seriously, to be honest, the fact that I haven't done it right now is a madness. Seriously, I have 2 kids, one boy, one girl. I'm done. And do you know what it is as well? I can't wait. I can't wait for somebody to try and accuse me and say, "Oh, you fathered my baby." I'm like, "Oh, did I really? Did I really?" Oh, what you don't know is.
Wait, hold on. So vasectomy is like just you need. I don't know what.
I don't know the process.
I don't know what it is.
Oh, by the way, I'm not sleeping with anybody else. Just in case someone tries to take that. So I was like, "Hey, I saw he's got one.
We got him. That's in 4K.
You know, that football interview is like, I'd like to thank my girlfriend, my wife.
Yeah. Let me clarify that real quick. That was better, by the way.
Banner.
To be fair, people say all sorts. People said Michael Jackson fathered one of their twins. Like, that's...
Wait.
Like they're dogs, bro. That's wild.
Where did the other chromosomes come from, bro?
Bro, this is what I'm saying.
That's
So anyway,
wild.
but yeah, when with a vasectomy, what they do is they basically cut the tube that goes from your testes to your urethra.
Oh, okay.
Right, so they cut it there and seal that, and then basically you still produce sperm. You still produce seminal fluid.
Oh, just blank
semen, but there's no sperm cells in it.
Okay.
So everything works as normal. Everything looks as normal, but there's no actual sperm cells that could enter
For a
into
second,
them.
I can't lie to you. This might sound childish, but I thought so. Like,
Yeah,
not
your
the whole
your balls
inventory,
were
but
good.
you know, like just one of
It's
them.
time to go. That's what happens to your balls, right?
Nah, that's crazy. Alright, fair enough.
I'm down for it, man. Before I used to be like, oh, no. But now, after I done paid for 2 kids, I'm like, nah, this is worth it, you know. This is actually worth it.
But apparently you can get it reversed.
Yeah, but
So
Nah, that's too much engineering going on.
Yeah,
chopping and
I'm
changing.
good, bro. I'm good, man. Nah.
nah,
Even when I'm grooming, just I can't take twice. I'm sorry, I can't take twice. That area is too sensitive, bro. I can't,
Nah,
bro.
in terms of that male contraception thing, I don't think I'll.
And remember what we said, nobody's mastered anything in this. Like, but like, you know, 99 of these go perfectly, but there's always that one.
Exactly.
I'll be pissed
Imagine-
if I'm the one.
Imagine,
I'm the father. After I've taken 3 of those in a week, I'm all in my mood. Nah, I'll be pissed. I'll be
I
pissed.
said you're going through all these mood swings, and now
Because you apparently you also gain weight as well. You have the mood swings. No, I'm sorry.
Listen, nah, that's crazy. So girls are gonna be asking guys, are they on a pill? One of them things there.
That's gonna be a staring contest. So he's on the pill.
or like Diddy and that
Yeah,
guy was looking, bro. Like, yo, one of us.
That's what you're asking her. Are you on the pill? She's like, are you?
There's just one glass of water on the table there. One of us got to take it, bro.
It ain't gonna be me.
I'm not for it. I can't like. Oh, I'm for it in the sense where I guess there's something being done. Like there's a whole lot of stuff for females, and there's not really that much for males. So I understand closing the gap there, but
Condoms, no?
yeah.
Isn't that Mill said? No?
I mean,
There is, but there's like over 30 forms of contraception for women.
yeah.
Oh.
So there's not a lot for men, so in that sense, yeah. Well done to the scientists, but I for one most likely will not be taking part in this sort of clinical trials that everyone's doing. Do you know what I mean? If these men want to do it, I don't have any qualms with anyone doing it, but don't come around me with your mood swing saying you can't jump on clubs because, oh no, you're feeling down in the dumps for some reason, bro.
But what would you say to the sisters who say that these are the side effects we've been dealing with for the past 40, 50 years, 60 years?
You built for it, man.
Whoa!
God gave you those cards, man. God gave you those cards, man.
Nah.
God gave you those cards, man.
I said you tough, right?
You better than me, man.
Sisters getting weight every day, B. You be alright.
No, that is no. Do you know this? I'm looking forward to seeing how the man are gonna react to it. You know, like in terms of like the mood swings, the whole gaining weight thing. Yeah,
I'll be real.
Do you know what? Yeah, I
I
think
don't think we'll be able to pod if I'm on that pill, bro. I'll be crying at hip blunts. I'll be
I'm like, Gene, what's the hip blowing? Nah, man. Be like, what's wrong? Be like, the way you said it, innit?
it's not what you said; it's the way you said it. Oh my goodness! Do you know what it is? I don't think the world's ready for men on the pill. That's what it is. It's not just us. It's not just men. Is the world ready? Is the world ready? Like, if a man has a mood swing with the strength that he has, and he decides he's slapping somebody on sight, right? now we need to start giving the same accommodations that we usually
You know,
give to
nigga
women.
moments in Boondocks.
Yeah.
That will go up by 100%. Oh my gosh. You know the ones where you look at someone and they barred you or something, it's
Exactly.
like, you know what? I'm composed.
Bro, it would be imagine, you know the unhinged man them that are just active. Imagine them man on the mood swings. Or,
Nah.
you know what?
Road rage. Oh my gosh.
The popular villain right now. Imagine someone like Vladimir Putin on a flipping mood
We're
swing,
done.
bro.
It's over.
Man just angry says,
Man say game over.
Conrad, do it, Conrad. Nah, bro, it's long.
Anyway.
It's long. I'm telling you, bro.
Buying a bunker from AliExpress or something. Cause boy,
AliExpress.
somewhere,
Yo,
bro. They don't
no,
look
but
cheap.
That
They do
rain
look
is not
cheap.
gonna.
Not the
Listen,
AliExpress bunker.
bro,
Oh, man.
rain would have solved that bunker, bro. The bunker won't even be the same size advertised.
That's gonna be like this big.
That's be a keychain bunker.
A keychain bunker is hard.
Exactly, bro.
They're gonna tell you could buy 30 of them for $1 straight, bro. Buy them in bulk.
Hey.
I'm not really feeling that contraception thing.
I think it's a great idea. I don't know how severe those side effects are, because if it's like a little bit of weight gain or like a little mood swing, then I think it's fine. I think we can handle it. If it's gonna be like proper transformative, then I don't think they should release that on the world. Yeah.
And plus, like, I swear, like the pill and everything, like with females, that it gives them like that body dysmorphia or something like that.
Yeah.
Weight gain and
Well, I don't think that's what gives it to them, but they could definitely like.
develop it or
Make it.
all these things about the pill and man.
Oh my
I mean,
god.
yeah, if you're messing with somebody's hormones, then you know there's gonna be some kind of effect on
But
it.
imagine like gym man as well. Like they will be finished if they start taking it. Like you're taking creatine and then you're taking the pill. I feel like it'll just like, balance each other
Bro,
out.
listen, inside your body, it doesn't even know what's going
It'll
on.
be a war.
Yeah, honestly, bro.
Do I give him more testosterone? Do I give him less? Where do I go?
Bro, it's gonna be hectic. I'm telling you.
Well, they're gonna be deadlifting and crying at the same time.
They're not even gonna be shouting like the dude. Ah!
Who am I doing this for? What is life?
And the truth is, the don that's waiting for you to finish, she's gonna be like, she's right, man. She's right. Hey,
I said I miss her. I'm trying to plank, bro. Nah,
Bro,
man.
this is gonna be chaos. This is gonna be chaos. They need to stop.
No, they need to do it in a town, and we need to like be able to watch it in
They
a,
need,
like
they
a
need to do
social.
it in like a, you know, like in Nuketown, how it's like just a fake town there. That's what they need to do the trials, and just everyone watch to see what go on. If it's alright,
I would watch that reality TV show.
oh, 100%.
I don't even watch reality TV. Like, I would watch that shit.
I'd watch that shit.
You have like real husbands of, I don't know, bro.
Real husbands of contraception. or something. Contraceptionville.
Real husbands of Atlanta, bro. What the hell?
Nah, men on low testosterone is gonna be a madness. It's gonna be there's gonna be a lot of depressed guys.
100%.
And yeah, I to be honest, I think even for women as well, there's times I've had this conversation about contraception with my wife, and I'm like, if you can move away from the hormonal stuff, man, if you can find more effective methods that don't affect your hormones, I think that's probably the best way forward.
I've heard there's this one branch you chew.
Wow.
Like, for women, chew the branch for the next like week, you're good. Apparently it's like an old like tribe thing, innit?
Yeah, but I don't know how much we can trust this.
No, I don't know, man. Apparently they still do it. Like, you just get this one particular branch.
Yeah, but will their breasts smell? That is gonna kill foreplay, bro. That is going to kill.
She's like,
I said I'm ready. No, I'm not.
I'm not pregnant. This branch is working, but
I
I'm
said,
also not having sex.
This is booming. What? Try lips you knock out, bro.
Smelling
my
like the
man.
forest, bro. Smelling.
You be knocked out like my man, unresponsive, bro.
In her bed till 8 p.m. the next day.
Hey, that's probably what happened, you know. She probably tried to grab that branch. I was like, I can't live. I cannot.
You know the ones you do that fake sleep where you're like awake, you go like.
You know? She's like, you're rough.
Sister to give us all the details, man.
Yeah, we need a part 2 of that still.
Honestly, yeah. Twitter Spaces. So obviously, you guys have you heard of this guy on Twitter? As he's like doing all these spaces around music.
No.
So to give you like a brief breakdown, he's I think he was just on like a football space, and then he sort of got his own crowd from there because I think he was just like putting on controversial opinions on there. People like controversial stuff on Twitter, so they sort of like flock towards him. And now he's got like his I think he does 3 spaces a week on there, just talking about like music. And sometimes so at first I didn't really like his space because I jumped on when it was like him, Wiley, and someone else. And I jumped in mid,
for disaster,
bro. Exactly. I jumped in midway, and I just heard like bare like insults and disrespectful stuff. I was like, this ain't for me, innit? But then there was another space he did where he interviewed Digga D, like off the fly. Like he was just doing the space. Digga D joined the space, and then all of a sudden he's done like a 20-minute interview just off of that. And he's obviously got like American listeners as well. There was one Grammy-winning producer who was on there as well. Did an interview. So there's those sort of spaces. And then there's spaces like the one where they're discussing should Krept pay all the nursery bill or not.
My goodness.
I'm not splitting. What was the original tweet? I'm not splitting nursery fees with a millionaire.
Yeah, with a millionaire. And I'm thinking, but it's your you. Like, it's your you.
It reminds me of that Black China situation. Did you see that with Robert Tiger? She got cooked. She got cooked.
Tiger was even paying more. He's like, yo.
I said, I'm seeing the child from Monday to Saturday, bro. What are you complaining about? What do you have to pay for? The cab to me, bro.
So what's you guys' thoughts on that? Because I think it's kind of wild.
What, like Twitter Spaces and
like the way, well, in the sense where they're just talking about, like, I think anyone wants to make a space where they're talking about nothing, but it's like they're saying too much. But at the same time, you guys are talking about nothing.
But you know what it is? Like, today's currency, and I know this as a comedian, is that today's currency is attention. Yeah. Right? Like, if you can command attention, you can actually monetize it. It's very, very important to get people's attention. And you see, the crazy thing about it is that it's not new that attention is valuable. It's always been that way. But previously, the idea was that if you were going to hold everybody's attention, you had to have something extraordinary to do, right? So you had to be this great singer, or you had to be this great actor and shoot a nice movie or make a good TV show or something. Yeah. And then bit by bit, we decided we don't need the talent. We just need people who can hold attention, right? We started doing reality shows, and then we moved from reality shows to online, you know, to people just basically whose only talent is actually holding attention. So they just live a chaotic life and tap into people's need for chaos, right?
So are we saying Kim K is like the GOAT of this generation?
Of course.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie to you.
She's the GOAT of all this.
Of course.
The Kardashians, oh my gosh. They did absolutely
they had
nothing.
In a headlock for like
I still don't know what
they saw the whole game. They saw the whole game ahead of time. They said, look, this sex tape is going to be exactly... This taps into everything. Was it the best sex tape of all time?
It might be one of the worst.
This I'm saying. It doesn't have to even be good anymore. As long as there's attention on it.
That's very true.
You know, also you're waiting for like something to spice something that...
I'm not going to lie to you. Did you watch both parts?
Whoa, what's going on? You watch the director's cut?
I said release the raging cut. That is wild. That is wild. Release the raging cut is wild.
What's going on? What's going on with the man these days?
I found the laptop in it. Cool. I watched it, yeah, and I was like you. I was like waiting for something to happen, like something exciting to happen. Yeah. I'm thinking, this
is just foreplay, bro.
If this is what projected you to your career.
Okay, so let me ask you guys a question. Would you want to do this? If it meant...
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying
if it meant your career is going to go like Kim K
This
crazy.
ain't even too mad.
It was not wild.
It's not as mad.
It's not OnlyFans wild. It's not
even as wild as stuff that I've seen on Snap in terms of like, you know, like when something gets leaked from secondary. Or, do you know what I mean? Like, it's...
Hey, pray for the man then. What's going on right now?
No, but you get
what got leaked from secondary school?
Huh?
That's child pornography. What's going on?
No, you say when he was in
secondary.
secondary.
I was in secondary, bro.
Yeah. That's still child pornography. What's going on? People are leaking it on Snap.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Snap.
It would be your age mates leaking other stuff.
It wasn't really Snap back then. What I'm talking about is like BBM days. Like, someone would post something and I'm like, yo, that is mad.
On those like bait out sketch pages.
Yeah, or something like that. And I'm thinking, this
I
is
missed
crazy.
all of this, you know.
Yeah.
You know, when I was in school, there was no social media, so
Wait,
like we heard stories, but I'm 34.
Yeah, so
There was
carry the one. No, you had BBM.
No, though.
I had BBM like when I was when I got to uni.
Actually, yeah.
So you man was sharing.
I'm trying to think about
Not me.
Because my sister's 32.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, yeah, she probably had BBM at like late college, maybe.
Yeah, late college. While I was at uni, that's when it was really becoming like popular. When I was before I went to uni, I first saw the old ones where you need to scroll on the side, and that was like a businessman had that.
Yeah.
And then by the time I got to uni, that's when they made it like retail popular.
Yeah.
That was, that's got to be like 2005, 2006, 2007. Yeah, around that time that it started to become popular. So the fact that you men were doing this,
do you know what I'm thinking? Yeah,
it was a wild time.
I was gonna say, I was thinking maybe you guys had that on like Bebo or MSN, but no one was probably doing stuff like that.
We were chatting, bro. We were talking about regular stuff and playing
But the
games.
thing is, back in those times, it was like,
No, but
if someone was baited up, their reputation was
do you know
done. Like,
is, yeah?
there could be a very calm person.
Do you know what we had in our time though?
What?
Keisha the Skit. And that was a story. We believed it was all a fictional story and we just saw parts from it. That's all we needed to know. Keisha the Skit was a fictional story that we all shared. But we weren't watching footage.
Now, let me turn that up.
Oh, and Happy Slaps. We had Happy Slaps.
Let me turn that up 100. We had Up Queen.
Yeah.
That was our we had Up Queen.
Yeah, you lot came up on that thing. That's the game is messed up.
You were able to imagine. We saw it.
Because with one thing I actually love about like your time is that everything was like word of mouth in a sense.
Yeah.
Where if you
man saw the mouth.
Yeah. She. You ain't wrong.
I guess you're right. Nah, man. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, secondary was crazy time still. But
okay, back on topic. Sorry.
That Kim K thing, I was thinking, wasn't even that crazy. As in terms of like people that have come after her have done sort of crazier stuff. Like even if you talk about like Selena Powell with the whole when she was talking about the NBA team and all them things there. That's wild. And she
said she ran through the whole.
Okay, she said, but there wasn't footage though.
I don't know if there was footage. I ain't seen the footage.
Oh my goodness.
I don't check for her like that to find the
exactly.
footage.
But I'm saying she did something even madder,
and
she's no way near even like close to doing what Kim K is doing.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You can't just jump in and say, "All right, was it sex tape? All right, I'm gonna do sex tape," because Montana Fishburne tried to do that. That's Lawrence Fishburne's daughter.
Oh, sir.
Lawrence Fishburne's daughter tried to do porn. The problem is, she said she wanted to jump in and do it to get famous, right? She met an independent hustler porn star named Brian Pumper. That's his stage name. B Pumper. She shot with B Pumper, but word got around the industry that she was gonna do porn. So Vivid, which is a bigger company, said, "All right, we want to pay for your first scene because in porn that's a big deal getting someone's first scene, especially because her dad is so famous. Her dad's in The Matrix. Her dad's in Boys in the Hood. Blah blah blah." So they're like, "We're gonna pay for your first shoot," but because she's now shot with this guy, thinking this is my way in. She's trying to get him not to release it, but he's an independent guy, so he's like, "I'm gonna drop it."
Yeah.
So she did shoot with Vivid, but he usurped it and ruined the deal because he had the footage already.
Yeah.
and so this was like World Star Hip Hop days when World Star Hip Hop was popping.
Oh yeah.
Where it wasn't just fights. It was it was like they'll be breaking all the urban
before
news.
Kimbo sliced. Rest in peace, that guy, bro.
So basically she for want of a better phrase, blew her load too early, and it didn't give her the fame and success that she wanted, and it just basically she just disappeared and faded off into the mist. So she basically there's footage of her having sex out there, but she didn't get the fame and the fortune from it. I think she ended up going to rehab or something like that, and it's a really really sad story because her dad was obviously famous for having had a very good talent. He was a good actor.
He was a very good actor.
And she wanted to take the shortcut, which was, what she's seen. She's seen that Paris Hilton had a sex tape. She's seen Kim Kardashian had a sex tape. She's like, "Why am I going to do this
right now?"
Bro, if I was Lawrence Fishburne, I'd be even more pissed, bro.
No, but think about it. If she had waited 10 more years, she would have been very rich.
Bro, deep it.
Handsomely rich.
First of all, your daughter's already in terms of the whole dishonoring thing, it's done.
Yeah.
But she didn't even hit the lick.
Bro,
there was no fruits of her labor,
bro. It flopped.
That's the maddest
thing.
It
was just labor. There was no fruits or nothing.
Oh, no, that's.
And then you're just having Thanksgiving and all of that. You're just looking at each other like, oh.
And this is why people give Kris Jenner a lot of credit, that she pimped her daughter properly.
Yeah.
Managed to flip it into a whole career for the
and
whole
then
family.
brought in the sisters. Now the next generation in terms of like Kendall and Kylie Jenner. And
Yep. Yeah, everybody's eating off that tape. I can't believe I just said that out loud. But seriously, like, to know how to flip that is very, very important. And also to have, an understanding of the way things work. Understand why that's valuable. It's because you get attention. And what you do with attention when you have it is very, very key. Now, personally, I've had opportunities to do things which might get me attention. Okay. But I also know that here's what's so dangerous about attention today. When it was like on TV, for example, TV's regulated. Yeah. So there are standards, there are people that regulate what goes on TV. There are channels that need to maintain their reputations, there are production companies that need to maintain contracts, and so on. When you deregulate everything, you put it on the internet and simply use metrics like views. You who has gone and honed the talent, like let's say I've gone and written the best stand-up piece I've ever written, and I put it online, it's 100,000 views, right? That 100,000 views is no different from somebody filming their cat making a funny noise and also getting 100,000 views. Yeah. The views are the same. So now there's no one judging as to whether that's real, that's a good 100,000 views. That's something we can work with. And this person, that was stupid 100,000 views. It's just a cat. Nobody's doing that. Everyone's going 100,000 views, 100,000 views. So the person with 100,000 views on their cat can start getting brand deals, and I can start getting brand deals. And it just depends on what
we can... those people when you're talking to, like, maybe family members, like, is that 100,000 views that impressive?
I feel like with that 100,000 views, it's kind of like the way getting 1 mil on YouTube has sort of shifted as well. Because back when it was like, I don't want to say back in the day, but like back in like 2013, 14, rappers wouldn't usually get 1 million views on YouTube.
That means the streets love.
Exactly. Like, especially in the UK artists as
that means every street there goes playing your song.
But nowadays, it's like, okay, you got 1 mil views, but yeah, it's not as valid as it was. Yeah, exactly. exactly. 5 mil,
because it's just numbers now. Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like we're not really assessing whether they're talented. We're not really assessing whether they've actually got anything that's going to move the game forward or blah, blah, blah. It's all about the numbers. And so if you do something stupid, you do something great, you get the same view. You don't get stupid views and good and greatness views. You get same views. So that now everybody, this is where it now comes on you. Before, people had to manage their image because they wanted to keep certain deals and blah, blah, blah. Now, there's so many deals out there and there's so much, open space on the internet. Now you have to decide for yourself. If you're going to get attention, what do you want to be known for? Yeah. And when you get that attention, what are you going to do with it? So you guys do this podcast, right? Yeah. Now I'm telling you, you guys said, let's call Ola on. There'll be some good content. And that might be a good decision for you guys depending on what you want the podcast to be. But if you want it to blow up, if you got a girl who came up in here and then halfway through the pod started ucking everybody in the pod, you would actually get better metrics than having me come on and talk and say something funny.
Anyway, sorry, continue.
So, but at the same time, it would be like the only difference is that what you guys want to be known for? Yeah. Do you want to be known for that kind of madness? Because it's not hard to do. You can hire sex workers and do a madness and be like, put it out and put a mad title. Look at this mad moment during the podcast where the guest starts ucking the host for no reason. And then basically people will watch that. Yeah. You get mad views and then you blow up. But you have to ask yourself, did I sell out on what I came here to do? Yeah. And that's the only thing. That's the only thing that's separating us right now. It's just people making that decision. And the more and more that people normalize sex work, people normalize sexual promiscuity, people normalize liberal attitudes towards sex, you're going to just see more and more shocking things because it makes sense to. Why would you spend time honing a craft or doing a talent or whatnot if you're not even going to get the same views? You're probably going to get less views than somebody who is just doing something outrageous and shocking. Yeah,
because I remember when like 6ix9ine was like at his peak, and he was comparing himself to like Lil Durk and all these people who are still here today, still making good music today, who I would say were talented before him and after him and during that time. And he was saying, "Oh, my record sales, I'm next to the Drakes, because his marketing was crazy at that time."
Yep.
But like now, look at him. If you released a song right now, I'll be pissed off if someone played it around me, type of thing.
Do you know what it is? That's why whenever people start saying stuff about, oh, but look at the amount of views this guy has, bro. When it comes to musicians, I don't give a toss about views. Sales, obviously it helps, if you go platinum, if you go gold, whatever. But it doesn't mean that just because my man gets Gangnam Style got how many, like 1 billion or 2 billion views now or something stupid. Nigga ain't better than Drake. He ain't better than Wayne.
Even MGK sold 100K first week.
Exactly, like
I don't know about you guys. I don't. MGK is not. It's not.
Motherfucker's weird. He's weird.
we don't have to talk about that.
You know what I mean? So it's one of those ones. And I think after a while, you just numbers. I don't know.
It's weird, but people still respect it though.
Yeah, obviously.
Because if I said, "Oh, let me introduce you, my boy as a rapper," you'd be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, another rapper comes in, yeah, just got 5 million views on something." Like, oh, okay, I didn't know he was on that level. And all of a sudden you're like, "Let me just go check his stuff out or whatever." Whereas he might not be good. Yeah. Whereas I tell you, my boy came in and he's like, he's put his stuff up. Yeah, he's not really got any traction yet. It's like, 50 views on the video. You're gonna be like, all right, cool, keep doing your thing, my brother.
Yeah. And even the way people treat you is like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. So even though we know this, we're sitting here, we all acknowledge the fact that views are not a great indicator of what we want our society to be or how we want our lives to go or anything. Yeah. But the truth is, that's really how we are judging things. And so you have to kind of look at it and go, well, they knew how to do it. Like the Kim Kardashians of this world, the people that know how to hold our attention and keep going, they know how to handle it.
That's true. All right, so let me ask you this then. So as a comedian, you said you've been doing this for 12 years.
Yeah.
So over like the course of your career, how has views sort of, I don't want to say affected your work, but have you ever found yourself thinking, okay, when I do a stand-up piece or when I'm writing, I might put this in because I know I get a bit more views and it might take me this way, or has that ever...
Like, you might speak about the Will Smith and Chris Rock thing, even though you might not really care about it, but like, it's going to go trending on socials, the reel's going to get 100K or something like that.
Yeah, because I can't speak on my whole career in one sentence because I've been through so many stages. Like... First of all, you have to remember when I started stand-up, internet was there, but it wasn't like the big deal. Like I really cared about live. I wanted to be in the clubs. I wanted to be in the comedy clubs. I wanted to go international. I wanted to be performing in other countries and so on. So that's what I was focused on. And then it just became more and more important to the point where the guys who were doing well online were now starting to come out live and starting to now do live shows because they had a following. And I was realizing that, like, okay, cool. It's almost like, if you really want this thing to be your job, you're going to have to play the game. And the game is that, most people will look at you and watch you do your set and be like, this guy is a great stand-up comic. But one thing that they're not going to do is give you the opportunities before they've seen you. So you do need to be seen. And you're going to need what I used to call blue ticks. Just going to be things that people can use to verify you. Like, you've won this, you've been on this show, you've done that. So then there was a stage in my career where I was like, all right, I need to go and play the game. I need to go and do the things that make people understand. And so bit by bit, playing that game is where I really started to lose myself. Started to get depressed because I was now putting even more pressure on myself, coinciding with life as well, my wife getting pregnant and so on. And then now it's like, it's do or die. Like I need to blow up or whatever it is so I can monetize this at a level that I can provide for my family and provide stability. And the truth is, it got to a point where I just realized everything I'm doing to try and get those blue ticks, to chase those blue ticks, was taking away from every reason why I started doing stand-up in the first place. So now I'm thinking, I'm constantly looking at everything from an angle of what will play well online, or maybe I should say it this way and blah, blah, blah. And I was losing it. The beautiful thing is, by being forced to go out and get my income somewhere else, it freed me in my comedy to now finally just go back to what it is I enjoy. So now I'm not as concerned. Every now and then I get concerned, like, I should be getting more views. I should be working on this. More likely now, so I can make it another stream of income that's consistent. I can always get paid for live, and I'm well certified in the live comedy scene in this country in terms of the comedy clubs, the mainstream comedy clubs. I can always do those. the TV work and so on, and the radio, I don't get as much of that anymore because I haven't really pushed on that side of things. You know, I've not gone up to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival and all those kind of things. And then when it comes to the online stuff, it's out there, it's for the taking. But then again, I have to ask myself, all right, if I want to get these views, what am I willing to do to get them? So one of the things is, okay, you post every day on YouTube, for example. But after a while, you post every day, you're going to really be giving people quality to listen to? Or at some point, you're going to just start feeding them trash because you know you need them to keep watching it so you can get your numbers up.
Yeah.
After a while, you're going to start saying things or start veering into angles that you don't necessarily even 100% believe in, but you know you need to do it in order to keep your engagement up. So there are all of these, the way the algorithm now not only modifies what we see, but modifies how we behave so that we can be seen, is actually really dangerous. And it's everybody's choice whether or not they want to subscribe, or whether or not they want to subscribe, true, but whether or not they want to submit themselves to the power of the algorithm. Because if you think about it, some nerds in San Francisco have more control over you than you have over yourself at certain times.
So would you say like social media is kind of making some people like slaves, kind of?
Yes.
Okay, that's
I hear that.
Yes, it's just hijacking people's dopamine drives
Yeah.
and giving them a sense of reward for achieving very little and telling them to come back for more. So you put out the picture of yourself, people give you a flood of likes and so on, you get that dopamine hit of feeling like you've achieved something because people like how you look. So then the next moment you go out, you start looking at your entire holiday as a content creation opportunity. Maybe if I get a picture in front of that waterfall, then people are going to click like on that and I'm going to get those likes back. So now you start going to places and eating in places that will look good on Instagram.
But you hate the food.
But you hate the food.
Yeah.
You're not having fun. How many times you've been in the function or in the motive and someone pulls out the camera and as soon as everyone sees the camera, it's hey! As soon as they turn it off, everyone's mad quiet again and right back at their phones.
100%.
So now they've got us modifying our behavior to suit the platform.
Yeah.
So me as a comedian, I'm like, is that what I got in the game for?
Yeah.
No, not really. I really enjoy stand-up. I actually enjoy it. So yeah, if you guys come to the club tonight, you're going to see me do what it is I like to do.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it for views. I'm not recording it. I'm just there to have a moment with the audience. That's what I love. And then because now the money's not attached to it for me and it's a thing I can do because I genuinely love it, I'm not so concerned anymore.
And I think that's sort of the best when you get into like some sort of art form, because I think we were talking about this somewhat a bit last week where we were like, comedy sometimes loses its essence and some people feel like, oh, okay, I make a funny video, I got, I don't know, 500k on TikTok, I'm funny.
Yeah, like, we were saying more so like has society grown past comedians? Because at a certain point now, I feel like if...
I saw that tweet.
I bet you were pissed, like, God damn, that's my job.
To be fair, I wasn't pissed. I've been seeing it coming for a while. Because when everybody feels like they're a comedian.
Exactly, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, there's a lot of disrespect on its way. Yeah, and I kind of knew it was coming.
Because I'll be real, if you go on TikTok right now, you scroll up a couple times, you're going to find something that'll make you go, or make you even laugh out loud.
Yeah.
And it'll just be random people. It might be like Vine type of humor, or it'll be like something just fast, or it'll be someone telling a story about what happened to them and you start laughing.
Yo, can we be real for a second?
Yeah.
How many sketches have you watched where the only reason you knew it was time to laugh because someone put a gunshot sound at the end? Watch the sketch. It's like nothing funny was happening, and they just go pow at the end, and you're like, "Oh wow, that was it."
No, but sometimes you know when you watch, like for example, I'll watch stand up because I want to laugh.
Yeah,
sometimes
when
I'm on
skits, I'm talking about those online.
No, but yeah,
skits,
but it's the same thing for skits. Sometimes maybe I just want to laugh. Like, you know when you're having, like, you just want to laugh. So when the thing comes, you're like, like,
yeah, like you
kind of,
laugh, but you only knew that it was time to laugh because they put the gunshot.
Yeah, it's kind of an excuse to laugh sometimes.
And thank you.
It's happened to me a couple times. I'm kind of new to TikTok, but when it was on Vine, it would happen to me quite a few times.
Have you seen those Vines from back in the day?
Exactly.
No,
some of them are just it's wild and it's just stupid.
Yeah,
like, I saw a King Batch one where I think he walked in and he was in like shackles or whatever, like trying to do the whole like slave thing.
That guy's a war criminal, bro.
War criminal. Trust me, him and KSI, they've done too much dirt. But yeah, he did some sort
One
of
day
skit.
the internet's gonna try them and they're gonna get roasted.
100%.
Everyone's gonna get tried one day. Everyone's got their trial.
I feel like KSI's kind of he's done enough to where we don't have to try. But King Batch, I'm onto him.
King Batch has done a lot because that Vine, I'm vaguely remembering it, but I don't remember there being like a punchline or like something funny happening out of the blue. But I think because he was in shackles and she said something, it went doom. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like,
but you know, it's the same reason why somebody say, "Oh, we don't need photographers anymore because I got an iPhone," or you know, we don't need Gordon Ramsay anymore because we got ready meals, or you know, I'm saying, "Oh, I can cook," or whatever.
Or delivery.
yeah.
The truth is, people haven't really appreciated what it takes when certain people master a craft and when certain people work at it and are able to do it consistently to a high level. That's what I value, because the comedians that I grew up watching were absolute masters of the craft.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, so
You
he
know
was
what I'm
some
saying?
of
And they
your
moved.
inspirations before.
Yeah, when I was coming up, I mean, Dave Chappelle's always been my goat. So, and this is like when I was in uni. So we're talking about 06.
Wise man, I told you.
Dave Chappelle is my goat. So the fact that everybody's onto him now is a fantastic thing for me. But back then, I was like, this guy is genuinely the truth.
Okay.
This guy is unbelievable. He was the one that made me want to do stand up.
Okay.
Close seconds, Chris Rock. In there, you got Martin Lawrence. You got, you know, so many great comedians. You know, I watched the whole Def Comedy Jam. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watched, those were guys that really kind of got me in. I'd watch all kind. I watched Nigerian comedians as well. I'd watch Basket Mouth.
Basket Mouth's so good.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I watch British comedians as well. I'll watch Stuart Lee, who's still one of my favorites till this day. I watch Lee Evans, even though he's not the kind of comedy I like, but I'll just be like, this guy, his physicality is nuts.
Too much energy. Man will start sweating out of
On,
nothing.
bro, sweat patches on the blazer.
Who was that guy on BBC Three?
What, Lee
Russell
Nelson?
Howard.
Russell Howard.
Russell Howard.
Oh,
Okay.
That guy from our secondary school, I thought he was the goat. Like, I don't know why every day I'm.
Secondary?
Huh?
You went your secondary?
No, he didn't go to my secondary. I'm saying when I was in secondary, and you watch him on
oh.
BBC Three, I was like, this guy's too funny, man.
Yeah,
Just take something random and just start roasting it. Like, that was hilarious to me.
100%.
So yeah, I feel like no matter how much people feel like they're funny or whatever it is, or they don't like us, comedians have a part to play in history, and comedians have been in history for a long time before it was a commercial art form. You know, there are roles that certain people who play jokes, the court jester, or the you know, the griot in West African traditions, who would go around and tell stories that pervade wisdom, and they would have humor and current day impact and tell stories of lands because they were travelers themselves. There's always been a version of that. And even when you talk about the philosopher kings, you know, the philosophers of ancient Greece and ancient Rome, the fact that we have people who sit down and think about things and look at our society and look at it from another way and think about why something is funny and why something, you know, comment on the way that we behave, or make observations on us, or, you know, hold a mirror up to society. Those are the people that we need ever more. And every time you see comedians being removed from a situation, you just know that a tyrant is rising up. It's only tyrants who don't like comedians.
That's very true.
Only tyrants don't like comedians. So every time you see anybody being woke and saying, therefore, we don't need comedians, or somebody being really racist and ignorant, so they don't need comedians, just be careful of whoever's trying to remove comedians from the situation.
Yeah, I think even today it's becoming more common for people to be removing comedians, because even if you're left leaning, you might be like, I don't like what this right kind of thought is. Even if that person's not a right-leaning person, like you see a lot of like Joe Rogan when they just cancel him every week for something random he says. Yeah, like most of the time it's because the left can't really control him like that because he's a moderate, and then the right don't like him as well because he'll have a left person on. Like he had who's that really old guy? I think Bernie Sanders.
Oh yeah.
He had him on, and the right were trying to cancel him numerous times. Like,
I think
it's only tyrants that don't like comedians.
I think people are just trying to take everything a bit too seriously, and with comedy, I think even in a sense where, so you was talking about like Dave Chappelle in like 06 and whatnot, and I think I was kind of fortunate in the sense where I had a lot of older siblings and like older cousins who were like around your age. So when they were watching that sort of stuff, like even old Eddie Murphy stand-ups and whatnot, I was sort of watching that. I was sort of watching that as I was growing up. Like I was like 5 or 6 watching like Killing Me Softly.
Delirious and Raw. Killing Them Softly. Yeah. That's my favourite special, man.
So do you know what I mean? So I can understand that sort of comedy, and to the point where like nowadays you have like Kevin Hart having to apologize every other month about something he said, like from Soul Plane or something. something
Yeah, but
he
he
tweeted from that sort of time.
sometimes yes, he does it to himself though, because
Yeah.
like he's trying to be like the Drake equivalent of comedy, where it's like
Everyone wants to like
the
him.
first thing you think of when you think of comedian, when in terms of hiring them, think of Kevin Hart type of thing. So when you have that, you have to appease a lot of different groups.
This
and all
is
that.
it.
I hear that, but then when you're trying to appease, well, this is my personal view. When you're trying to appease everyone in whatever art form you're doing, whether that's music, acting, or comedy, I feel like that's where you sort of lose the essence of.
Yeah, you kind of lose the culture, because you know a lot of black people now are saying Cat Williams is washing Kevin Hart. Personally, I don't like when people say that, because like Kevin Hart is some like bum or something.
Exactly.
Like you could think Cat Williams is funnier, but he's not washing Kevin
or
Hart.
When, for example, I can't remember who it was in uni was slandering Dave Chappelle to me. Like, I actually almost like I was getting heated because I was like, this is my guy. I was thinking like he's not just any comedian who you think is transphobic or whatever. Yeah. This guy's done films as well. Bear in mind, I'm not gonna say his films are as amazing as like Eddie Murphy's. No. But the characters he's played are characters you remember, like the Def Jam guy in Nutty Professor. Do you know what I mean? He'll have those type of roles where it's like, okay, yeah, you can see this guy isn't just funny on the stand up, he's funny in his movies, and then he has his shows and all this other stuff. And it's just like
as well.
It's just like
when Martin Lawrence is just gripping him up.
I pull your lips, I kiss my ass. I pull your tongue out.
But yeah, it's just like because things are getting a bit softer nowadays. Everyone's sort of watching their words. They're sort of not liking it when someone who has sort of been here from before this sort of shift is speaking their truth, speaking their mind. Yeah, and I'm just like, bro, how can you? I don't know. It kind of doesn't sit right with me personally.
Well, yeah, it's killing the art form, and the thing is, it happens in cycles all the time. You know, previously the issue would have been conservatives not liking comedians because they feel like they're destroying the moral fabric, whereas really what they're doing is they're showing the hypocrisy. And then comedy goes all the way over to the left, to the point where left embraces comedy, but then they hate the fact when the mirror's turned on them. So comedians are consistently making enemies and friends. And the exchange is happening at a place in which you're willing to stay true to your role in society. And then every so often, capitalists come along and say, here's a bunch of money to try and bring everybody onto the same page. And this is where you now have a choice. Am I going to do what it takes to get the money, or am I going to get the money for doing what it takes? And somebody like Chappelle gets the money for doing what it takes. He's willing to offend everybody if it matters, or bring everybody together. It depends. He's holding a position. You have a chance to come and meet him there, and he gets paid very well for it. Kevin Hart tries to bring everybody by going to everybody, and he gets paid very well. So again, it always comes down to who are you going to be?
That's true.
Who are you going to be? Pick your struggle in life. Chappelle's struggle is that he's probably not going to ever get the level of deals and endorsements that Kevin Hart gets.
He won't get the flowers he deserves.
And Kevin Hart won't get the street credibility that Chappelle gets.
Exactly. Not everyone gets the streets, bruv. Look at Mo Salah, bruv. He ain't got the streets. You think that laser thing would have happened to all of these ballers like Mahrez and that? Nah, man.
If you guys like that, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to keep up to date with all of our releases. And tune into the whole episode now on Spotify and Apple.
We